Now then, people of YouTube, how's it all going? So yeah, long time no see. At least this side of the camera, at least anyway. So yeah, where have I been? What have I been doing? This is like the longest hiatus I've been this side of the camera for a long time. I think it must be at least 3 weeks. So yeah, I was going to try and make a video about a week or so ago, but I just didn't have enough time to do it. Basically because I went on holiday. I went to a place called Eindhoven in Holland. And the reason why I went there was because there was a big rollerblading festival, event, trade show, competition. And yeah, I got to see things like this. So yeah, amazing event, great time away with a lot of friends, a few people I've not seen for a long time as well, and lots of drinking, so all great times. I even managed to find myself a CX while I was over there, which is quite cool to see something what I'm used to, but in a different country. Although no retro games in there. There was a few PlayStation 2 stuff, but the people I was with wasn't really too into digging through a load of white spines like I would have been. But you know, it was what it is. But yeah, great time was had. I came back and I was going to do a video on Monday, but I woke up and I had the most epic flipping flu. I honestly thought I had the flipping coronavirus. But a week later, I'm still here, just a bit sniffly. So apologise for that if I'm making too much noise. But yeah, what did I get? What we all here for? Well, first up, let's start it all off. Since this seems to be the tradition at the moment, thanks to Big Game Al, started off the old beer reviews and everything like that. I'm sure we've all had one of these before, but nice good old Leffy. So hopefully that'll help the sinuses. Help with the vocal cords at least. So yeah, what did I get? So first up, a big thanks to Horatio Van Basten, which I've probably butchered your name again, which I always do. But yeah, he sent me another few games through the post. He actually sent me, he told me about one game that he was going to send, and he said I might throw some others in there, and a possible other game for someone else, which I've put over there. So I've got to work out if he's actually got that game first without kind of giving too many hints away. So yeah, what did he send me? So first up, this is the game that we was discussing initially, and it's digital pinball for the Sega Saturn. So as he and probably some of you know, I love my pinball games. So hopefully gonna go for as many pinball games as I can get, really, digital pinball games. Because basically I don't have space for a pinball machine, so I'm just going to fill up my house with pinball games instead. So yeah, huge thanks for this, mate. Flipping amazing. But it gets better. Can it get better than that? It really can. So I'm not going to stand that up here. I'm just going to put that there because Sega Saturn cases and all. Next up, he sent me Street Fighter 3 W Impact, which looks like it's two different Street Fighters. So we've got first new generation and second giant attack. Now Street Fighter 3 is pretty much when I got out of Street Fighter. I was really into the Alpha series and everything like that. But I'm really intrigued to see what this plays like actually. But yeah, some pretty nice goodies inside and everything like that. So yeah, huge thanks for that, mate. And yeah, the pick of the bunch. Nights into Dreams on the Sega Saturn. Oh my goodness, this is flipping fantastic. He says that these are all his like bad condition games or whatever, but yeah, it's got a bit of a nick there, but I mean the spine's in good condition and everything like that. It's fully complete and it's got the old Sega Saturn loose disc inside. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. But yeah, really looking forward to this. I've never played Nights into Dreams. I know it's by the Sonic team and everything like that. And yeah, I just need to get a 3D control pad, which now I've got this version, it means now I can start looking into the Japanese versions of the Sega Saturn pad. Hopefully they will work over here with these PAL games, because I know certain controllers can be a bit finicky like that. But yeah, huge thanks to this. Like, I mean, as a lot of us all know on here, it seems like there's a flipping amazing community out here where we're all just handing games to each other. I've done it to other people. I see it every day on like the YouTube where people have just passed games on to each other, and it's like I just love how it's not a one-way thing. It's like we're all passing, like if like say I send something to Carl will send something to Al or something like that. It's like we're all kind of passing things in between each other, so it's not like we have to replace things straight away sort of thing. But it will, and I'll love to find out what to get you. Horatio Van Basten, like, if you guys don't know, he has got a YouTube channel. He's a bit like Dylan Craven, how he's a big commenter in everyone's channels, and he has a good Instagram, which I will put a link down below. So go to his Instagram and look, because he posts on there quite daily, actually. Some great stuff in his collection. And this is what I mean. I don't know how I'm going to replace it, but I will, and hopefully you're going to come to one of these events in March. So if I can't get you anything, I'll at least get you a beer. So cheers, mate. Yep. Again, thanks. Awesome community out here. So yeah. So what have I got? So a lot of this stuff is still from around Christmas time. So I went to the car boots, and I picked up Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the Xbox 360. So yeah, I actually have the other version on the 360, and I think this was part of a 3 for £2 deal I got. And the other two games, I can't remember what they are, but they was traded straight to CX, and this one was kept for me. So yeah, nice to have that. Getting a bit into the fighters at the moment. I'm starting to, I think I've said before, I'm not really into my fighters anymore now I'm getting older. But the more and more I'm starting to look into some of these games. I'm really wanting to play. I mean, this you can play as Mega Man, so I mean that's going to be flipping excellent. I'm going to put this out the way. Right, next up. So we'll stay at the car boots. I think this was another time, and in fact I think it was probably to do with another pickup as well. This was part of my guy from the car boot, the guy from who used to own a shop before, and I got another couple of games from him. First up, we have got another fighting game. In fact, they're both fighting games in some respect. This one's a 2-on-2 fighter, traditional style, a bit more 3D, and it's the Saint Seiya, the Sanctuary. Now, I actually have Hades, and the reason why I've not had this one for so long is because I could never remember if it was the Hades or the Sanctuary that I didn't have. And thanks to the joys of doing YouTube, I actually could go back to one of my videos and see, have I got it or not? I mean, it would be more efficient if I had a list, like most people, but I'm rubbish at making lists, so that is what I have to do. And that's what I have to put up with, and that's what you all have to put up with. Me moaning about stuff I could have got but didn't because I'd not got a list. But I did get it, and I think he had it for £8, and like we did a bundle deal and everything like that. So really happy to finally finish that little subset. And next up, another fighter, but this one's a bit more like the what is it called, Smash Brothers games, and that is Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. So yeah, I'm not too sure if it's just Beautiful Joe characters or if it's got some Capcom characters in there with it. But yeah, I mean, flipping, like it says on the back, Superhero Smash. So I mean, you can tell straight away that it is a direct rip-off of that game. But yeah, it's all complete. It's got loads of gubbins inside and everything. It's got a funky smell to it, I must admit. It's the first game that has smelled like this since I've got stuff from him. But yeah, nice to get, and I think that was a £5, so as well with a bit of discount, brilliant. Next up, charity shops. Flipping charity shops around Christmas was flipping great, and I need to get a sip of this. Flipping great before Christmas. I don't know if anyone else experienced it. So many Wii games in CX, and I'm so glad as well because I didn't trade them in straight away. I think I traded them in like end of January, beginning of February, and oh my goodness, the Wii trading values around that time just shot up, and like I basically spent about a tenner and got nearly £100 worth of bloody trade credit. It was amazing. But yes, anyway, didn't get any Wii games for myself, unfortunately, so a lot of them, like I say, they're all in CEX. But I did get this for myself. It's a bit more than I would have liked to have paid. but it's a lot less than retail, and that is the PlayStation Move controller. So I don't know if you can see them. I paid $6.99. So why have I got this? Well, for a few different reasons actually. First up, for the intention that it is actually designed for. It's a PlayStation 3 Move set. So you got the Move camera and the Move controller. So now it means I can play light gun games like Time Crisis 4 on here. I'm pretty certain I can anyway. I don't think I need the gun. I'm sure it's just the Move controller. But obviously it makes it a bit better if you have the gun. But it's the camera that you need to sense that anyway. So yeah, really glad to get this. But what makes it more special is this now completes my Move controller set that I need so I can play PlayStation VR to its fullest. Because before I could only use the controller. I could only play certain games like Astrobot or Tetris. Not that I ever do, it's just a bit of a ball ache to play, but the intentions are there to play it. I will do it at one point. I want to play my PlayStation VR because when it gets going, it's flipping great. I flipping love it. Yeah, so sorry about this, guys. I'm going to be flipping sipping this all the way through. So next up, a bit of cash converters. So yeah, we did a bit of cash converters, and there was quite a few decent stuff. There was actually quite a lot of box Nintendo 64 games that was actually in really good condition, but there was all a bit like racy kind of games. And there was a tenner, which I think a lot of the games were just under CX price. I'm sure if I haggled, they might have dropped it down a little bit if I got a few of them. The next time I went back, they had all gone, so obviously someone wanted them. There was great condition. It's just that I wonder if I'm going to collect. I want to collect stuff that I will know I'm definitely going to play, and then I get this, which is kind of the opposite, but the price reflects that. So yeah, from Cash Converters, I got 4-Wheel Thunder for the Dreamcast. So yeah, the box isn't the best condition. There's a couple of cracks there. I'm sure I probably even did that. But what's good about this is, if you can see there, it was $1.99. So they actually had quite a few Dreamcast games, but this was the only one that was $1.99. The rest were $3.99, and there was all racing games. There was all, I don't know, I think there was Hydro Thunder as well, which I was interested in getting. A few of them were like dodgy cases and everything like that, which is strange why this one was $1.99. I did try and haggle them down and say, can you match the price on this game for all of them? And they said no, which, yeah, it would have been nice, but I can understand. I'm not going to complain too much. I've done all right. So yeah, a bit more hiding stuff up there. So what have we got next? What have I got next? Well, you might be wondering to yourself, I don't know if actually, since I've had this new camera, I can't get my view quite right on here. I think I'm spoiling some of the spoils up here. This is where I hide everything before I bring it over to you. But yeah, anyway, what am I waffling on about? You want to see the games, and you're probably thinking to yourself, Eddie, did you get anything from that crazy Argos deal that everyone keeps talking about? And the answer is yes, I got a couple of things. First up, I got myself new fashion boutique free. So yeah, someone sent me a link and was like, because I was going to just blow off these sales completely, and someone sent me a link to this game and how much it was trading in at CX. So I think it was a £5, and I think I got 15 quid trade value for it. So I got a couple of them, traded them straight in, because not really games for me, and it pays for all this wonderful stuff that I'm flipping getting now. Yes, so anyway, did I get anything for myself? Yes, I did. I got 3 things. So first up, well, no first up, there is just whatever order it comes in. Yokai Watch 2 Bony Spirits. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I don't really. I know that Yokai Watch is supposedly a good version, like sort of version of Pokemon. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. I will probably play this at one point. I'm not in a rush to play it. I've got plenty of time. But yeah, I will probably give it a go. I do like Pokemon. I don't hate it. It's okay for what it is. I do like my RPGs, you see. So yeah, interesting to get. Next up, oh yeah, and I think that was $2.50 as well. So bargain. And another one, I think this was $3.50. Harvest Moon, The Lost Valley. I thought there might be some value in this. I don't think there is. But I don't know, us collectors seem to have this fetish for farming games. I don't know, we've got farming games for the 360, PlayStation 4, actually, yeah, there's a Harvest Moon on the PlayStation 2, and yeah, Nintendo. So yeah, we love our flipping farming. So yeah, another crappy game to add to the collection. And the one that I actually kind of made my way for, Fire Emblem Warriors. So this is a game that is very much my kind of a thing. It's like a hack and slash kind of game with Fire Emblem characters. It's actually made by the people who do Dynasty Warriors. So the gameplay is very well. I've actually not seen any reviews on this. I'm just assuming from what I've played from the Dragon Quest Warriors and Hyrule Warriors, and I'm pretty certain this just takes that same stamp imprint and puts it on with the Fire Emblem. So yeah, I played all them games, really enjoyed them. Still not actually played a Dynasty Warriors game. I just played all the ones that have got these like nice skins from other games on. So yeah, intrigued to play, and it's for the new 3DS as well, so it should be a little bit more enhanced than a normal 3D game, and you'll be able to use a 3D thumbstick. So yeah, happy to get that. And a little tidbit, I'm sure you all flipping know anyway, you can tell the new 3DS games, ones that will only work for the new 3DS, and that's because they've got the black cases. So yeah, just a bit of a tidbit, just in case you don't know. I'm sure you all do. And yeah, that's all my high street stuff. Now we're going to go to eBay's. So I'm going to have a bit of a drink beforehand. Hope you all don't mind. And you probably are drinking along with me anyway. If I put this up tonight anyway, I'm hoping to get this up tonight on Saturday night. So yeah, I need to get one up soon. Because it's Doncaster soon, isn't it? So yeah, carrying on with the 3DS theme. Flipping awesome set of games. Sega 3D Classic Collection. Oh my goodness, this is a flipping great thing. So it's got the manual and everything. I think it's got a bit of water damage. It's a little bit ripply, but it's not terrible or anything. This came up on eBay. I've had it in my watched list, and they usually sell for about 15 quid. Someone put a tenner for this, and I was like, that's a great price, but I don't want to be buying any more games, so I just put a silly offer of like £5 on, and they counted it with 8 quid, and I was like, well, that's half the usual going price, and I think 3DS games, especially ones like as good quality as this, are just going to go up, so I'm going to have to get it now. So yeah, I just pressed buy and it came, and I was really happy. So I've actually got, there is 3 different Sega Classic collections for the 3DS, but unfortunately we only got the first one in England, which I knew that was going to happen. The second and third ones in Japan are going crazy price. I think like triple figures, which yeah, it's a lot of money just for a modern game really. But if you've ever played any of these, you can kind of see why. This one actually has Power Drift, Puyo Puyo 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, Fantasy Zone 2, Altered Beast, Galaxy Force 2, and I think Fantasy Zone 2, which is the special Fantasy Zone 2, because I know there's one on the Master System and then one on the arcade, and one that I'm sure that they made specially for the PlayStation 2 for one of them Sega Classics things. I'm sure Dylan knows. Dylan Craven down there. And Thunderblade and Maze Walker. So yeah, a lot of Sega goodness, and yeah, these play great in 3D. Like the 16-bit graphics, it just works so well with 3D. I actually got quite a lot of the other ones, so I got like all the Streets of Rage, Gunstar Heroes, all on a sale on the 3DS store, so I actually have them digitally. So yeah, if you can get any chance you can, if you've got a 3DS, just experience it because it is a flipping great thing. Next up we have got, let's go for a cautionary tale. Cautionary tale time. If you ever see something on eBay that's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So I got Pokemon Pearl for the DS, and it was 15 quid, and it was sealed. It had so when it came, it had a red strip seal across it, which I thought that was quite interesting. But because I've never seen the PEGI and the German whatever rating it is together, I thought I'd look on eBay and have a look. And the only times I could see it with them two together, Pokemon Pearl, the Pearl was actually spelled, I think, P-E-R-L. It was a different spelling of it. So I thought, right, okay, I'll look around the back. And I looked at the code, the NTR. So this is B4TP UKV. And that isn't Pokemon Pearl. I think, I can't remember what it was, Super Monkey Ball maybe. It was definitely another game. So I thought, okay, that's quite interesting. Right, maybe I can't quite find it on the internet properly. I'll scan it into CX, see what happens. A third and different game came up. So I was like, there's some weight in here. Like, if this is a copy, they've done a really good job of it. As I say, it had a red seal strip on it where it actually came away from the seal as well. It wasn't just printed on. So I unsealed it and I opened it up. And yeah, it looks really good. I really don't know if this is real or fake. I can't work it out. If anyone knows your Pokemon, I'm looking at you, Griffo. I know you like your Pokemon. I know people say that, like, if the... I don't know if you can... You won't see that. I can't flip and see it. If the codes on the circuit board match up with the strips, then it tends to be a real one. And that does on here. The manual is in flipping, looks amazing. It looks totally real. The only thing that makes me dubious is there's no points card in here. Now I don't know, do Pokemon Pearl come with the points card? I'm sure that was the era of Club Nintendo points. So maybe I've opened it and I shouldn't have done. But yeah, I contacted the seller and I got my money back. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about it. I was going to send it back to him, but he said keep it, so happy days. Right, what else have I got? NES games, keeping with a Nintendo theme. I should have put some flipping research into this. Right, so we've got something I can't... well, I don't know if it is readable. But yeah, King's Knight. So this is a Squaresoft game. Hello, Fidgy. Ouch! A Squaresoft game that is actually not an RPG, although it does have RPG elements. So it's basically a shooter on the NES. Kind of. It's very different than the normal one. Probably a bit more like Game Ground or something, maybe. I think it's probably the best analogy of it. But yeah, really cool game. I'm sure I actually had this on a mobile phone download. But yeah, right. So next up, one that I've definitely had for a longest time. So I did a shout out ages ago for the Nerdy Couple. Their first video, they actually had this game on there. And I can remember talking to Craig's Here Again about it not too long ago. Well, actually probably quite a long time ago now. And he mentioned how he really enjoyed it and I should get it. And it has been, I've seen it around, but just never picked it up. But like from when Craig was saying he really enjoyed it, I started looking out for it and it was going for about 20-25 quid, which is a lot of money for a PlayStation 1 game, at least for one that I'm not quite sure about, at least anyway. But yeah, Nerdy Couple had it on their channel. I think they picked it up from the London gaming market. But yeah, fate was with me like it sometimes is. So I don't know if any of you guys do the same. If you watch a video, you will go on YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Go on to eBay and have a look at the game, see how much they're worth. And someone had this up for like a £5 bidding. As I say, it usually goes for between 20 and 25. Right, waffle time over. Let's see what this game is. It's Project Overkill. So this is like an isometric shooter, sort of in the vein of, I don't know, some games that are isometric and shooty. Pretty cool, and it's a Konami game. Konami. Oh, flipping heck. I can't say it. I can never say it the same way twice. Sorry, Stu. I know you brought up my Konami saying the other day. I mean, we all say things bloody stupid, don't we? That's what we all watch our videos for, just so we can laugh at each other's pronunciations. And that's probably why I've not got actually no Japanese pronunciations on my video. That's a bit odd for me, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, what am I going on about? Yeah, so isometric shooter, I've been wanting this for a while, because this is a style of game that really is into, that I'm into. But yeah, it was on for £5 bidding, and I think I won it for like 11 quid. So Oh, Fidgy, get down. Fully complete. The disc has got a few scratches on it, but nothing deep or anything, just like a few surface scratches. I think the cover's got like a few like kind of scratchy, like surface scratches where it just makes it look a little bit grubby, but not terrible condition. I can upgrade that anyway. So yeah, down to the final two, and now we're on to the ones that people probably not too interested in because it's the limited run games. First up, a game that I've got many times over, and I just got on a whim because I didn't think I would win it. Again, both of these games I didn't think I would win. And this game is Tengoku Cruiser Mix Special. And if you don't know what that is, it's what this is playing in the background and what people tend to refer to as the Game Paradise. And this is the American limited run release. Now, I actually have the Japanese version, and I've also got the Saturn version, which is playing here. So why have I got this? Well, I actually, like, I think I've mentioned before, like, Christmas is the best time to go on eBay because you get bargains like left, right and centre, because everyone's saving the money for Christmas and things like that. And this is the case for this. I was just looking at a certain guy's stuff, and so much of his stuff went for so little. I feel really bad for him, to be honest. And case in point with this, I think this was like $35 RRP when they were selling it at a limited run. I think I paid 25 quid for it. So I paid less than what it would have cost to have bought the game, and that's not even including the shipping as well. So I've got this for an absolute steal. I think if I was to go on eBay now, it'll probably be 50 quid. So that's kind of why I got it. I've my Japanese one's open, and I've played it and I love it. This one is different than the Japanese one. I believe there's more levels and stuff like that. So 7 new remixes and a time attack. So yeah, really intrigued to. I probably will open it, to be honest. I got it cheap enough. Why keep it sealed? And yeah, one that I did buy sealed and I have opened. So yeah, Al was asking the question the other day, what do the people, us guys that buy the limited run games do? Do we keep them sealed or do we open them up and play them? This one, I'm not too sure about because I have got it multiple times over. So it's kind of like, not too sure what to do. It's just kind of another thing for the shelf. But this one, really wanted to play this. I think I've been speaking to Dylan about this for quite some time. So this is a bit like Velocity X that probably a lot more people know about. So this is Dimension Drive. This is from East Asia Soft, and this is I would say it's like a puzzle shooter. So basically what this is, you control two ships. You have like a split screen, and you've got a ship on the right and a ship on the left, and it's puzzle in the same respect that Ikaruga is a puzzle shooter, where each side there's different like ships, layouts of the course and everything like that. And I think if you shoot with the right button, you're on the right hand side. And if you shoot with the left button, you go on the left hand side. So you need to like navigate between the two fields and not crash into anything. So it gets quite hectic. It's not the most hectic of shooters, but when you're trying to like look at two different screens and trying to not zoom from one side to the other without crashing, it gets quite tricky. And I'm not very good at this. My poor brain is not doing too well with this, to be honest. I think as well is because I'm using my PlayStation 4 is on my big screen TV in my living room, and I think it's too big a screen to look at. I think I need something like this, a 20 odd inch screen where you can just look forward and see both screens with one vision. And I think then I will be able to play it a lot better. I really want to play it because it looks great. When I watch people play it, it looks amazing. But unfortunately, I'm not doing too well at it. So yeah, another great release. Again, I think I paid 25 quid. I paid less than the standard retail price for this. So yeah, you get like nice little postcards. As I say, this was sealed when I bought it, but I unsealed it because I wanted to play it. And I think it's got a soundtrack CD in there somewhere. Soundtrack CD, yeah, these never get opened. I'll play the game if I want to listen to the music. So yeah, that's what I got. So yeah, cheers. So instead of just ending the video as normal, we'll just go and do a few shout outs, because there's one in particular that I really want to shout out, because it's been a flipping long time coming. And if you know, from that just little statement there, you'll probably know who I'm talking about, because I'm late to the party with this shout out. But yeah, first up, let's talk about a shameless plug. So I've been talking about this for a bit. I actually, well, if maybe you've picked up, I actually do DJing and stuff like that. So I usually upload my music to SoundCloud and everything like that. But I thought I'm going to do a mix, and I'm going to actually do it to YouTube. In fact, I'm not just going to do a mix. It's the first mix I've done since I've lived here in this house, and that's been a year now. So I've not done any music for so long. I've kind of, I suppose, concentrated on gaming really, which I kind of starting to slow down with, as you probably can tell. Really, I'm getting more back into my rollerblading and hopefully getting back more into my music. So I thought I'd blow out the cobwebs, do a music mix, and I thought I'd do something a bit different than I normally do, and I did a bassy house mix. So yeah, as I say, I made up a YouTube channel. I sent it to a few different people that might be interested. But yeah, I'll if you are interested in house music, or I usually make techno, and I'll be putting some drum and bass, because I've done some drum and bass nights as well, and I've recorded at them. So yeah, I'll probably put them up eventually. It's just making the videos, that's the time consuming bit really. I think I might have got a bit of a process, but then I don't want to make all the videos look the same. But yeah, my channel name, I can't remember what it is, Doppel or something like that. So I think it's called like Doppel DJ Mix or something. I'll put a little link down below. If you want some music, go subscribe. If you're just interested in adding another subscription to your list, go subscribe. Or if you're just intrigued what kind of crap I put out, go subscribe. I'm alright. I've played out a few different places, so it's not going to be a total train wreck of a mix. So yeah, go and hopefully maybe enjoy it. But yeah, so non-gaming crap out of the way, who are we going to talk about next? Of course, it's the almighty Hyper Trigger X, or as probably a lot of people have known from the comments over the last 2 or 3 years of being on YouTube, Dylan Craven, your friend of mine. My little car buddy, the guy that has the best flipping limited run knowledge and Japanese flipping, well, probably not the best Japanese knowledge, because probably Craig has that really, but he's very good at putting directions, little feelers out for certain games. And yeah, I think a lot of stuff that is in a lot of our game rooms now have all been kind of like put into our heads by Dylan. So he's actually got his own channel, and it's really good. It's a little bit different than a lot of ours. He's been doing his 360 Japanese shooter collection, which is absolutely incredible. I think he's one away from a complete set, and a lot of them are special editions, so a lot of them are quite expensive, and just look absolutely, I mean, even if you're not into your shooters but you like your artwork, just go over there and just look. So yeah, he's now called Hyper Trigger X. And lastly, someone who I think I've shouted out before but still isn't getting enough love, and that is the Xbox 360 collector. Now I think the reason why he does, oh, we've got a flipping fight here. The reason why he doesn't get enough love is because of his name, the Xbox 360 collector. I think a lot of people don't go over to him because of his name. He doesn't just collect Xbox 360. I know, what's his name? Someone else comments on his stuff all the time. What's he? I don't know. Glory Hunter Scott. He's been watching his stuff for a long time, but I don't see anyone else commenting on his stuff. So go over there. He collects. His missus made him a Valentine's box, which she does every year, and she's got the best taste in video games. Nintendo 64 stuff, limited run stuff, PlayStation 2. He collects everything. Very similar to my collecting taste, to be fair. So if you like my stuff, you will like his. And at the start, he used to have a table and then just put everything on. But the last probably 5 or 6 videos, he's actually front facing on camera like me. So yeah, if you like my content, you'll flipping love him. So that's the Xbox 360 collector. So first up, shameless plug, Doppel, my DJ page, the almighty Dylan Craven, Hyper Trigger X, and the Xbox 360 guy or collector. That's the one. Lots of Xbox 360 guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed whatever I've shown you today. I hope you go over and subscribe to all them guys, because yeah, it's the community at the moment is really good. We're all thriving from shouting out each other. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it won't be as long this time. So see you later. Bye.